Okay, Jonathan, we're now in the back of your shop,
Yeah,
which is called the Claddagh-museum.
Claddagh-museum.
Yeah, Claddagh-museum.
It was an idea I had a couple of years ago, what to do with this small back room. So basically it was a personal collection of old photographs, artefacts and whatnot of the Claddagh, which is, or was, a fishing village just across the river from where we are now.
Is this village?
The village was all thatched cottages and whatnot, and they were all demolished in the 1930s. Of course, these cottages did not have any running water or sanitary facilities, electricity and such, so they were all knocked. But it's still, the people who come from the Claddagh are still a very close-knit group of people. They're not, they don't consider themselves from Galway. If you're from the Claddagh, you wouldn't say you're from the Claddagh in Galway, you just say you're from the Claddagh. And of course they're famous for the ring, which is what we make, and there's some examples here going back 1964, examples that we made, and these here just shows the method for making, which we used to call the last wax process. We also have some much older rings, which there's one here from 1784, so it gives you an idea how far back the history of the ring goes. It goes way beyond that. That particular one was made by a chap called George Robinson. He was a travelling goldsmith. They didn't have jewellery shops and such at the time. We also are famous for our famous customers, one of which was Princess Grace of Monaco. And my dad back in the 60s was commissioned to make a jewel casket out of Irish silver and Connemara marble, which now resides at the Irish Library in Monaco. I've been there myself and seen it. Other famous people were commissioned as well to make a replica of the Galway mace for President John F. Kennedy back in 1963, the year he was assassinated. My dad made that out of silver and again Connemara marble, and that mace now resides at the John Fitzgerald Kennedy Library in Boston.
Okay, yeah, this is very interesting.
Yeah.
We saw somewhere a picture of Grace. Oh yeah, it was here, eh? What do we see here?
That's the photograph of Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier of Monaco being presented with the casket at the time in Westport. That was her first cousin. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah, you told me that she had ancestry from Westport,
yeah,
right?
That's right, yeah. Her grandfather, as far as I know, came from Westport. So she visited there, when was it, 1961.
Yeah, so your father made this casket.
And we
can see
used
it here.
We used to have close contacts with the Monegasque royal family.
Okay, oh, that's very good.
Yeah. So our shop originally was in 1 William Street. As you can see, it's right in the centre of the town. It's now the Galway camera shop, but it was part of the old inner gates of the city. So.
Okay, I think we have a really good impression of the museum. And I think now you have to go back to work because a lot of customers will be visiting your shop today, I hope. And okay, I wish you good business and thank you very much. I think it's very interesting.
Bye bye. Thank